Good morning, everyone. It is Super Bowl Eve. Thank you for joining us on No Credentials Required, where you don't need a press pass to talk sports. We are presented by Belly Up Sports. My name is Ryan McCarthy. I'm one of the hosts. To my right is a man who, don't the smile fool you, he's nervous. Dustin Henry. Dustin, how we doing this morning?
I'm doing all right. Woke up. We got a little bit of snow in the capital region, but I realize we've been doing this show for a long time. I don't think I ever told where my picture in the intro is from. The reason I am smiling from ear to ear, and you were there, Ryan. I was about to dig into a massive soft pretzel and a bunch of different meats and drink a beer at the Weeping Radish. So I was very excited.
Yes, unfortunately, it no longer exists, but that was one of my favorite spots to go to in the Outer Banks, North Carolina. You know, if I ever win Powerball, I'm buying it back. I'm buying it back, folks.
Oh man, it'd be
Gotta
awesome.
bring it back. Also, Sophie, how you doing? We're gonna get to everything in just a moment. Obviously, this show is about the Super Bowl. It's our Super Bowl preview.
Yes.
You know, a special guest every year. It's an annual tradition to have him back on. We'll bring him on in just a moment. But before we do that, we just want to remind you to please follow us. Follow us on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. Just search for No Credentials Required or at No Creds REQ. You can also find our other podcasts and written content at bellyupsports.com. On the podcast side, you can subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Amazon Music, iHeart, TuneIn, Pandora, and our host Podbean, Freshly Brewed Podcasts. And hit that notification bell on Twitter and on YouTube so you know when the shows go live, when show clips go up, and when we have just general announcements about the show, schedules, and whatnot. What's going to be coming down the road. Also, from the podcast side, rate, review, comment, leave a comment, leave a rating. 5-star rating is always helpful. Leave a review on platforms such as our host Podbean, such as Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, Podchaser. If you're on Spotify, leave a comment about the episode. Also, if you're watching on replay on the Belly Up Sports YouTube channel, which we posted this afternoon, leave a comment. What's your scores? What's your predictions? What are your, what are some silly prop bets you'd like to see in the Super Bowl? And we're also a live show on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern, alternating Mondays and Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern or 7:30 p.m. Eastern, whenever we decide to go on. However, this Monday, it's going to be a special morning episode, post-mortem of the Super Bowl. Join us live at 11 a.m. Eastern. And again, we're a live show. We'll want you to interact with us in the comments, whether you're watching on Twitch, whether you're watching on Facebook, whether you're watching today on the Belly Up Sports Twitter/X. And I know this, it's cold and snowy where we are, Dustin. It's single digits temperatures. But this tune always seems to warm me up.
Oh, man, it's Super Bowl Eve. Let's hope the Seahawks shine. It's chime time. Sorry,
right.
Had to do it.
You had to do it. Or as our tribal chief would say, had to do it. Had to do it. And we're going to bring in our annual guest for our Super Bowl preview. He is one of our favorite creators here at No Credentials Required. He's also been a part of other shows that we know of, Snowman in the Morning,
Yes.
Mentality with our tribal chief, Wise El Jefe. Also, he's the I would say the creator of a new project called the Silent Storm Studios. Let's bring him in all the way down in Tennessee in the South, the dirty South. Cole Johson. Cole, Mr. Johson, sir, how are we doing today?
Oh, well, Mr. Henry, Mr. McCarthy, it is good to see you both, as seemingly we always seem to meet up around this time of year. Everything is fine around these parts. You can add a digit to the temperatures here, but it's still a little chilly. Not as chilly as where you all are, though.
No.
Yeah, but it's been a cold winter, just a cold. We keep getting these cold snaps, and half the nation, like there was snow. I co-host Seahawks sessions with somebody in Texas. They had snow. They had single digit temperatures. It was crazy. So
yeah,
man.
Yeah. Talked to my relatives down in Texas. Yeah, they said, yeah, wow, it's actually snowing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's get started on this game preview. We're going to start off with the Seahawks, Seattle Seahawks, winners of the National Football Conference, being the LA Rams in the championship game. They also beat the 49ers in the divisional playoff. And let's talk about this Seahawks team. My co-host is well a fan of this team, also is well affiliated with this team. So I guess I'm going to give him the opportunity to speak about the advantages and disadvantages that the Seahawks have in this particular game. Go ahead, Dustin.
All right. Well, this team starts and stops with defense. It's Mike Macdonald's team. He's reshaped it in his identity. He and John Schneider, executive of the year, by the way. Macdonald did not get coach of the year. We have to go to the other sideline for that. But I will say that I think Mike Macdonald had a shot at coach of the year. What he has done with this Seahawks defense in just 2 years is pretty amazing, because nobody saw this coming. The Lawrence signing out of Dallas, I did not think Lawrence had as much left. I was skeptical of the signing. He's been great. He's been one of the most consistent pass rushers for the Seahawks this year. He has been able to pressure the quarterback even when not getting sacks. Ernest Jones, we've been very vocal about that. Now, Ernest Jones has taken a leadership role on this defense, on this team. That's one of the best trades in recent Seahawks memory from a couple of years ago there. And they're hitting on all cylinders. But what really, I think, catapulted this team is the late season emergence of Kenneth Walker. I have been extremely critical of Kenneth Walker and that run game, and it was starting to come together with Zach Charbonnet too as well before he got injured. But Kenneth Walker has played himself into a contract extension. This was a contract year for Kenneth Walker, and I don't think the Seahawks have a choice but to give him this extension. And the thing is, bringing in Clint Kubiak, I was also skeptical because I thought Ryan Grubb did a decent job enough in his first year as offensive coordinator, which would turn out to be his only year. But if you listen to Mike Macdonald's comments, he had said they were too heavy on the pass and spread offense. He wanted to emphasize the run more. He brought in Clint Kubiak, and it took a while to get things going. We thought it would be better based on, I know you can't trust preseason football, but the Seahawks were running all over everybody in preseason. So I'm going, oh man, this is going to be amazing. And then they didn't do anything with the run game. So along with the rehabilitation of the confidence of Sam Darnold, which started with O'Connell in Minnesota, you got to give Kevin O'Connell his credit. And apparently he wanted to keep Sam Darnold in Minnesota. It's part of the reason that their GM is gone now. But the Seahawks have some advantages, I think. This is the most unified that you have seen this team in a long time. It's cliche, but they play as one unit. Mike Macdonald, he created a meme with something that I want a t-shirt from, the "We did not care." I truly believe they do not care. They are ready to go. They focus on themselves and only themselves. And they have repeatedly, even in the blips during the season, because Sam Darnold at one point, he did lead the league in turnovers. As good as he's been, he was still turnover prone. And they said, Sam's our guy. No matter what happens, he rallies around us. We rally around him. And I think that Sam Darnold in the late stretch in the season, he's upped his plays. Those turnovers have gone way down. So, I mean, I think the Seahawks have a lot of weapons. Kenneth Walker is going to need to be big in this game because Mike Vrabel is going to do something to try to take JSN out of the equation. He's going to try to do it. Does that mean Cooper Kupp's got to step up, who's stepped up his play in recent weeks? We'll have to see. But I think although the Patriots defense has played very well in the playoffs, especially, I think the Seahawks have an advantage defensively. I think the running game is about a push for both teams. And then I give the Seahawks a slight advantage at receiver because of JSN. He has been unbelievable. Defensively, I think the Seahawks have the advantage. And with their pass rush, I think they'll be able to do what they could not do against playmakers' beloved Rams. So I'm sorry, gentlemen. I went long there.
Well, you're the guy who follows this team because you're the fan. So
Yeah.
I had to ask you first. I'll go transition over to Mr. Cole Johson. What's your outlook for the Seahawks in terms of advantages and disadvantages for this game? So far, he's silent.
Maybe froze.
He may be frozen. It is freezing down in
Oh,
Nashville.
good Lord, Dustin. I mean, you took almost all my points.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was like, man, you took all my points. No. But I understand though, because I was actually going to say, the Seahawks seem to be languishing. They had the pieces. You could see so the game that I actually saw where I was like, okay, I think I know what this team wants to do, but they're not there yet, was if I'm not mistaken, the only home loss they had, the ones at the Bucks. I was like, okay, I think they want to run, but they don't really have the ability to
also
run
lost
the ball.
To the 49ers at home too.
Yes.
That was week one.
And into the week one loss to 49ers. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But the loss to the Bucks at home. I was like, okay, I see what they want to do. They want to run, but they're not having success running it. I think they want Darnold to be careful with the ball. And unfortunately, he wasn't at that moment. And they wanted to put pressure on defense, pressure offensively from the defensive line, and they weren't able to do that because they weren't able to stop the Bucks rushing game. I was like, I think I know what they want to do. I just don't see them. And I was thinking, okay, I think they have the ability to be where they are now. But I was like, I just don't see them coalescing in enough time to get there. Then I think, if I'm not mistaken, the next game was against the Texans, and the Texans couldn't do anything offensively against them.
They could not. Defensively, that game was a battle, but offensively, the Texans, they were out of sorts.
Yeah. So then now I looked at that game and I was like, okay, so if they do actually get cohesive and make sense, that team's going to be really tough. But doggone, they don't have a running game. They got Charbonnet and they got Williams, but they don't have a running game. But And then I go to me, I believe, the game that the Seahawks needed. And I think they needed both these games. Both the games against the Rams they needed. I think they needed the road game against them because I think they need to have that understanding of, okay, we can hang with the team that actually is at the top of the food chain.
Mm-hmm.
And then the home game, when they got down 16 points in the fourth quarter, the whole team from head coach on down actually said, okay, we're going to play the way we are going to play. And we're going to come out with a dub no matter what. If like you said about the mantra that we don't care. They had in the mantra, you could see in that game, we believe, we don't give a crap if Lumen Stadium doesn't believe. We do. So they come back, they win that game, and they have been they took off ever since. And it was exactly what you described. Pass rushing that just is so relentless and just keeps coming and keeps coming and keeps coming. A running game, along with walk out the backfield too. I did not know he had this game at Michigan State, but I love the fact that he can be utilized out the backfield too. I'm like, oh, okay, so he does have hands too. Okay, cool. So you don't have to just mash him at the middle, but I love that duo with him and Charbonnet. It's unfortunate that Charbonnet did go out with an injury, but Walker has actually really taken up more of the man on. He's looking really good now, and you hit the biggest key to me: Sam Darnold not turning the ball over. If you have a team that is predicated on defense in the running game, you want your quarterback to be mistake free, or at least make as little amount of mistakes as he possibly can. He's done that, and then along with it, he actually has shown that he has the ability to carry teams to dubs. Um, I thought that uh, uh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm about to admit, but I thought Jackson Smith and Jigba was a bust because I thought he made a uh, uh, disappearing act. I thought he was Houdini. He just disappeared when he came to the pros. I always thought, okay, well, he was good at Ohio State, but I don't really see much of him. I've saw a lot of them since. And to me, I think that's an underrated key. The fact that you do have the pass rush that's relentless and consistent and gives opposing offensive lines nightmares. You also have a running game where you have to give credit to the big uglies. They're asserting their dominance and they're pushing lines of scrimmages back. That's the one thing I loved about seeing that the NFC Championship game. They wanted to control both lines of scrimmages, and I was like, okay, so this team knows how to win. They're winning the way you're supposed to win. They're winning with both lines of scrimmages saying, we're more man than you, and we're going to prove it to you, and we're going to dare you to say otherwise. I love seeing that. So you have all of these things coming together. And yes, I agree. Mike Macdonald probably should have won Coach of the Year, but I get why Mike Vrabel did. He has taken what he did defensively as a defensive coordinator for the Ravens. He has brought it over to the Seahawks. Now it is coalesced. It's working because you do have defensively 1 through 11 basically playing as a unit. You actually now have the offense taking that same tone with the defense, playing as a unit themselves. And from that Rams victory at home on, in the regular season on, I haven't seen a team that could beat them. Because seemingly the Seahawks are focused on playing their game, and they really believe no team can beat them when they play their way.
All right, so it's my turn. I guess it's my turn to give my.
Yeah,
you guys have been absolutely killing it with with your analysis. So I'll give my brief analysis. Cut it to the point. Cut it to the chase. Yeah, you guys said a lot of what I was thinking as well in terms of the balance. This Seahawks team, the Seattle Seahawks I'm referring to. And I'll just make sure that people know that I'm talking about the Seahawks. but this Seahawks team, and I text with my brothers every Sunday during football season about the games that are going on, what we're watching, and during the divisional playoff as well as the conference championship game, my brothers and I were saying this Seahawks team is just the most. They win at every level. They win at all three levels. They win on offense, they win at defense, and I think most importantly, they win on special teams, because that special teams turnover in the championship game flipped the game on its head. Because the Seahawks were up one score when they scored when they got that touchdown after the turnover. It took them one play. And by the way, special prop bet, Jake Bobo anytime touchdown.
There we go. There we go. I'll take it. He had one 2 weeks in a row. We'll see.
Hey, what do you get? Hey, it could happen. It could happen. But this team is special in all three levels of the game: offense, defense, special teams. Special teams we also saw in the divisional playoff against the 49ers. Rashid Shaheed, clearly the best pickup. I've been saying this ad nauseum the past couple of shows. The best deadline pickup, the best trade deadline pickup of the season was the Seattle Seahawks. John Schneider calling Mickey Loomis in New Orleans and saying, "Hey, what do you want for Rashid Shaheed?" And it's paid off. It's paid off not only on the special team side of the ball, but it's also paid off on the offensive side of the ball as well.
Yes.
Defense, they know how to get to the quarterback. They know how to play defense against the run, play defense against the pass. There is a little bit of worry with Nick Emenwari. Had suffered an ankle injury at practice this week, but it looks like he's going to play.
He needs to play because he's been everywhere for the
Special teams, again, we mentioned Rashid Shaheed, mentioned Jason Myers, who can get a field goal when they need it. Sam Darnold, I can't say enough about him. You can see my tagline, Sam ain't afraid of no ghosts, based on the infamous I see ghosts game against the Patriots back in 2019.
I'm sorry about that. Sorry.
Huey Lewis will be on your attorney's phone, sir. But,
I don't think that was Huey Lewis. I think
No, it's Ray Parker Jr.
Yeah.
But there was a lawsuit. I'll tell you about it in the green room.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Apologies.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah, Ryan is right.
Yeah.
The one disadvantage I see for the Seahawks is it's going to be temperament. We saw what happened in the NFC Championship game. Tariq Woolen knocked away a pass. Seahawks could have gotten the ball back and just run away with it.
Yes.
Taunting the sideline of the Rams. It was bad.
Then he got torched the next play. Yeah.
Torched the next play, and then almost got in a fight with some of his teammates and coaches on the sideline because of what happened.
Yeah. Oh, he got chewed out by them. He got chewed out royally by them.
So, and one of the ones chewing him out was Nick Imanwori, which shows the leadership role that he's already taken on. He was giving it to Tariq Woolen over there. Sorry to interrupt, Ryan.
So basically, they need to cut down the penalties. Tariq Woolen needs to shut his mouth when he bats away a pass on third and short, and just let the offense take over. Just play the game. We got some comments in the comments section here. Kevin from Seahawks Sessions, one of Dustin's co-hosts from Seahawks Sessions, and a myriad of other shows on the Belly Up Sports Network, saying Darnold has no turnovers in the last 3 games. Yes, that's going to be very important. Sam Darnold needs to protect that football.
100% important. 100% important.
Protect the football. James saying, good morning, gents. Football's day of days is just about here. It's hard to fathom. Yeah, this season has gone very quickly. He also says, here's one question I ask about any dominant team. Rams game notwithstanding, can the Seahawks play from behind?
Yes, because I submit to you, sir, they had a couple of games where they started out real slow offensively, real slow. And I was starting to say, man, what is going on? They fell behind to the Falcons. They fell behind to the Tennessee Titans after taking an early lead in that game. And they came back both times. So to your point, Rams game notwithstanding. And also, I will submit to you the first Rams game in week 12, the loss. Yeah. The loss where the Seahawks, you tell me, any team where your quarterback throws 5 interceptions, what's the first thing you think? How big is the blowout going to be? The Seahawks came within a field goal of winning that game. The other thing is, I'll go back to the game Cole mentioned, the game against the Bucs. Now, I was in the mountains of Virginia for that game. I could not see that game, but I was seeing the score updates fast and feverish. And the other thing is, my co-hosts from Seahawks Sessions, they were updating me. The problem in that game is Mike Macdonald did not blitz at all. And he adjusted after that game. Even that game, which was an offensive explosion, and it was back and forth. The Seahawks were behind in that one. They came within a field goal of winning. So I submit to you, sir, yes, they can.
Well, I got to thank your Seahawks for beating the Titans. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I was angry that game. I'm like, you're coming out, you're laying an egg right now. I was mad.
No pun intended, because Seahawks.
Right.
And James also says Ryan doesn't want to confuse the Seattle Seahawks with the Wagner.
Oh, that's Seahawks. Right. Oh, yeah.
Yes, from the Northeast Conference, the Wagner Seahawks used to play UAlbany in football until UAlbany moved to the CAA.
I sometimes forget how well versed you are with all things football.
Yeah, Ryan. I call him Encyclopedia Ritanica for a reason.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm gonna steal that nickname.
Yeah.
Encyclopedia Britannica. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dustin. Thank you. I love that.
You are welcome.
Element incoming. If you know, you know. All right, we're gonna move on to the New England Patriots and talk about their advantages and disadvantages. Of course, the Patriots started in the wild card, won their first 2 games, won the wild card game against the Chargers, won their wild card game against the Texans. Sorry, Cole, and the Denver Broncos in the AFC Championship. Mike Vrabel, first-year coach, won Coach of the Year from his years in Tennessee. After a year off from coaching, and the Tennessee Titans got fired by them, I would say rather unceremoniously because of the power struggle that is typical of the Tennessee Titans. It has to start with Amy Adams Strunk. You're welcome.
Hey, but Cole, I have to ask. I mean, what do you think? Because I think the Titans could turn it around in a couple of years here. I like the hiring of Saleh, and I love the hiring of Dable, because I said if Saleh gets a head man job, put him with a capable OC, could be problems, because we know Saleh is going to turn that defense around. And they do have some pieces. They got Chimere, DK, they have, but their line was just deplorable. Right. So Cam Ward couldn't do anything.
You hit the nail on the head. They do have pieces on defense, and yeah, I do like Saleh. And of course, what derailed him when he was head coach of the Jets was the offense couldn't do jack. But the defense was actually solid, and they actually had pieces, and they were
also Woody Johnson's meddling.
Yes, Woody Johnson's meddling for
sure.
And
then Ryan gets to why I believe the Titans will be sunk and out in the ocean, asking for help. The same meddling that Woody Johnson does with the Jets. It's a little quieter, but it's the same meddling that Amy Adams Strunk does for the Titans. Mm-hmm. She doesn't know what type of GM she wants. She doesn't know what type of head coach she wants. She doesn't know. I barely think she knows what type of player she wants, no matter if it's quarterback or pass rusher or offensive lineman or secondary man. I don't think she actually knows exactly what she wants the team to do. And unfortunately, I think, but to your question, Dustin, yes, they do have the pieces, because Cam Ward is actually a really good, solid QB, and people in Nashville actually are raving about his work ethic. They love him. They're saying the right things. He's the first to come in the building. We got to chase him out the building because he stays late. So he doesn't have any entitlement to him. He wants to win, but they got to put the right pieces around them, and they got to have stronger position players as well. But I first believe, like you said, Ryan and Dustin, they got to build offensive line first. Build that, then build a defensive lineman, find a pass rusher along with after that. And after they build on the lines, then they got to have that one piece that just makes Cam Ward relax when things break down. When he's like, I don't care if he's triple covered, I could go to him. He doesn't have that yet. He doesn't have that person yet.
Yep.
If they get all of those, they'll be on their way.
Yep.
All
right. Back to the Patriots. Speaking of former Titans head coaches, Mike Vrabel, coach of the year, 14-3 regular season record.
And Amy, how does the egg on your face feel?
Well, at least she's not relying on any of her kids to give Madden ratings on who to trade for.
Yeah.
It's funny because I said it because I'm a Jets fan.
I gotta pull you aside and ask all things what you dislike about Woody Johnson. I'm sorry, Ryan.
That's okay. But I'm gonna start with this Patriots team because I know this team too well. Being a fan of a team of another team in the same division. Look, we know the Patriots what they can do. They've got a very good quarterback. Drake May, second in MVP voting. That might be another topic discussion for a YouTube video of 10 good minutes. But he played well. He's very mobile. We know he's got good running ability. He can also pass. He can throw a deep ball. Has some reliable receivers around him, and Butte and Stephon Diggs, as well as Hunter Hurst Henry.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice wordplay. Nice wordplay.
Thank you. Also, they're very good defensively. They've been better. It's arguably that they've been better in the postseason than they have in the regular season. They get to the quarterback. We saw it in the game against the Broncos. We saw it in the game against the Titans or the Texans, excuse me, where they got after the quarterback. They got after the quarterback. They didn't really have to do a whole lot of fancy things with blitz packages. They just bull rush the other team on the line and get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
They also stop the run. That's a trademark of a Bill Belichick defense from ages ago. And Mike Vrabel's basically copy pasted and put that into his defensive scheme.
Yep. 100.
And it's also the big motivation factor with Vrabel. I think he wants to bring the Patriots back to prominence. He wants, and I think Robert Kraft as his owner, because Robert Kraft, look, say what you want about him, all the stuff that the Patriots had in their first in their dynasty with the Deflategate and the taping of other teams' practices. Robert Kraft is a fan first, and he wants his team to win. That's why he brought in Mike Vrabel, and realizing with Gerard Mayo, he couldn't win with Gerard Mayo, and gave Mike Vrabel the opportunity, had the interview with him, basically didn't let him leave the door at Gillette Stadium. And here they are. They're back in the Super Bowl, much to my chagrin and a lot of other AFC teams to their chagrin as well. Disadvantages, I will say this. What have I been saying the last couple programs, Dustin, about their pass protection?
It's not good, to put it lightly.
It is not good. Their pass protection has been, I wouldn't say it has been bad, but it's been even with all those wins they had this season, their pass protection
leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah,
it
lackluster. 47 sacks this year allowed by the offensive line. They've allowed 15 this postseason. Every game, 5 sacks every single day. Every single game they've been surrendering. And I think to take the pressure off, they have to get the ball to Ramondre Stevenson and Trayvon Henderson. They have to get the pressure off of Drake May, get the pressure off the offensive line. The only problem is Seahawks run defense is really good. It's 28 straight games they haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher.
Yes.
So that's my analysis of, and also they've got a laundry list of injuries. Lots of guys who are questionable. Robert Spillane, questionable. Harold Landry, questionable. Morgan Moses, questionable. Even Drake May is questionable for this game. Now, these guys are all going to play.
Yeah.
But you don't play the same when you're playing hurt. It's always been like that. So that's my analysis of this game. Dustin, what's yours about the Patriots?
All right. So the Patriots, first of all, I think the point spread is too big. Seahawks are favored by 4.
Oh, and James, we're talking about the New England Patriots, not the Somerset Patriots. That caveat there.
4 is fine. 4 is fine.
Whenever a lot of people are going to one team, I always have the feeling that it's going to bite that team. I think this game is going to be closer than people think. If you watched last night's Seahawks sessions, I predicted a score. I don't know if we're going to do that on the show. I think the Seahawks are going to win this game, but I think Vrabel.
Spoiler alert!
I give Vrabel a slight coaching advantage over Mike Macdonald because he also has Super Bowl experience as a player, and he's going to have his team ready to go. I don't care the fact that Drake May is a second year quarterback, young. Vrabel's going to have him grounded. But you hit it, Ryan. You've been the one. You've been extremely vocal. I did not realize that Drake May until you said it to me a few shows ago. Drake May was the 4th most sacked quarterback in the NFL this season. That's going to be a problem for the Seahawks or for the Patriots because I think the Seahawks will get after them. I don't think the offensive line. The Rams did an excellent job protecting Matthew Stafford in the championship game. They needed to, and Stafford, what a season he had. I gotta tip my cap to him. One of my favorite non-Seahawk players. I love Matthew Stafford. But the advantages for the Patriots, I give them a slight advantage in head coach because I really like Mike Vrabel as a coach. He's made the Patriots, I'm sorry, Ryan, but the Patriots are a little more likable than when old Belichick was there strolling the sidelines, because Vrabel will actually engage with the media, and you'll also see Mike Vrabel after that Broncos championship game. He met every single one of his players in the tunnel and was hugging them. Belichick wasn't doing that. So, but here's the thing. I think that where the Seahawks defense, and shout out to my co-host on Seahawks Sessions, Kevin, for this. He has been on this since week 1. The one area where the Seahawks defense can be had is at the tight end position. And I think Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper would shout out to Dan, because he reminded me last night. I forgot Austin Hooper was on this Patriots team as well. One time got a bunch of money from Atlanta, if I remember correctly. But that tight end combination could cause problems for the Seahawks, because I love A.J. Barner. I know they're going to put him in there for the barnyard, which is their version of the tush push. I'm sorry. Stop the naming of the tush push, please.
No. Let it continue. Let it continue. I love this. The snowplow, the barnyard.
Get this name banned by the name just gonna come from it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Push barnyard. Oh Lord.
I know. It's terrible. But apparently AJ Barner, it was a quarterback in high school, so they have him line up back there, and then they push him over. He is a big body. He is a man. Dan loves him on Seahawks Sessions. But I think the Patriots have an advantage at tight end. And stick with me here, because in the earlier segment, you're going to say, didn't you give advantage to the Seahawks at wide receiver? Yes, because they have JSN. But here's the thing. I think Vrabel, he comes from the Belichick tree in more ways than one. We all know it. He is going to do something to try to isolate and contain JSN and take JSN, who is their best player offensively, out of the game. So when you take JSN away and you leave the other Seahawks receivers, Cooper Kupp, he's really started to pick it up the last few games. Rashid Shaheed, they're figuring out ways to get him involved, whether it be end around runs or deep balls. They're doing things to get it involved. But if on the opposite team, if you take Keyshawn Boutte away for the Patriots, you still got Stephon Diggs, and we know what he can do. He's not quite the breakout, the deep threat he was, because injuries have hampered him, and he can't keep his head together off the field. But on the field, Diggs is a good guy, man, a good player, I should say. Jeez, I misspoke there. No one clip that, please. But I think the Patriots, if you take away JSN, I give the Patriots the advantage at wide receiver. And I'm going to say something. The Seahawks pass rush has been amazing for most of the year. But here's the thing. You mentioned it, Ryan. The Patriots have really stepped it up in the playoffs. I think their pass rush is almost as good. So that's why I think this game is going to be closer than people think. So many people are saying, oh, the Seahawks are going to dominate. They're going to dominate. I hope for my mental sanity and my ability to relax that happens, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Johson, your analysis on the Patriots.
No, and I'm going to start with the last thing that Dustin said, and I know why people thought that. So you took what the Seahawks did in the NFC Championship game, which was a decent game. I mean, can't say it was stellar in terms of, for the Seahawks point of view, stellar in terms of, well, we checked every box like the week before, where they did check every box and demolishing the 49ers. They actually looked pretty good, and they had turns offensively looking good, defensively looking good, and special teams looking really good. But people saw the AFC Championship game. Now, the Patriots couldn't do jack. I mean, and undersold how well defensively they played the Broncos, because they're like, well, they should have won that game. They had a backup quarterback in Jarrett Stidham. What has Jarrett Stidham done in the pros all alone, a playoff game? And name any guy that actually could be on offense that could beat them other than Cortland Sutton. So I get why people would probably say, well, yeah, it's probably going to be a route that the Seahawks will put to the Patriots. I don't think so. I don't think so. And the reason why I don't think so is the biggest advantage that the Patriots have. And I'm saying this being a huge Mike Macdonald fan. I'm also a huge Macdonald fan when he was a defense coordinator for the Ravens.
Yeah.
So when he came over to the Seahawks, I was like, okay, I know exactly what they want to do. They want to start putting pressure on opposing offenses. They want their defense to shine. Maybe not like the Legion of Boom, and definitely isn't like the Legion of Boom, but they want that defense to shine. They want to be defense first. They want you to go off. They want to step off the bus and say, how can we score against that defense?
Man. I didn't realize you got that. Well, I mean,
had
that's
this for a long time.
That's awesome.
Oh, fear the dark side. Oh Lord. But that's how the
hate flow through you.
Good. Good. Let the hate flow through. I'm sorry.
See, Emperor is my favorite character of the entire trilogy because of the lines he delivers. My favorite is I'm afraid you'll find that the force field will be quite operational. It's so I love it. I love it. I'm sorry, everybody. I love the Emperor. He's awesome.
And that gentleman is Ian McDermott. He's a classically trained Shakespearean actor.
Yeah. That dude knows how to act. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But
sorry, Cole. We derailed you. I'm sorry.
Yes. We did.
No, but you could tell the Seahawks with the hiring of McDonald as head coach. They were like, okay, we want every team to step off the bus and say, how are we going to score against that defense? How? How can we move the ball against that defense? So going to the Patriots, even though I am a big fan of Mike Macdonald and what he has done thus far, the biggest advantage to me the Patriots have is Mike Vrabel. Multiple time Super Bowl champion as a player. And he knows the Patriot way probably better than just about anybody right now. And you mentioned a key that I think we will see with Vrabel. And he does employ the Belichick technique of, okay, offensively, who is their best player? We're going to roll whatever coverage necessary. If it's a receiver, we're going to roll whatever coverage is necessary to take away that function, that player, and we're going to have them beat us with anybody but him. So yes, I agree with who they're going to focus on. It's going to be Jackson Smith and Jigba. Although I pretty much think it should be Killer Walker, but I digress. Drake May. This is who they thought Mac Jones was going to be. And unfortunately for them, Mac Jones didn't have the game nor the mental acuity and the stones to be that guy. So they supplant him. They bring in May, and the dude in 2 years now has brought this team to a Super Bowl. So all I got to do is just salute him. And he does it however you need him to do it. If you need him to do it with his arm, he'll do it. You need to do it with his brain, he'll do it. If you need to do it with his legs, he'll do it. And with the unfortunate to me, I agree. I think the most major disadvantage that the Patriots have is an offensive line. And one of the inherent advantages that was built from this disadvantage was a necessity. The fact that May can scramble. I did not know he had the ability to scramble. I was like, oh, so he can get out the pocket. He can get chunks of yards. I didn't know that. So cut to the AFC Championship game. My thought was that key third down conversion. I was like, watch they actually call a bootleg May first down run. And that's exactly what they called. I was like, this dude is stones. So this team relies on May a lot. And they rely on May similar to that as how the Seahawks rely on Darnold. Get us the right play, get it to the right person. And if that right person is you, utilize that. But we trust you will bring us home. And they have a big type of trust built in him. I'm not the biggest fan of Henderson nor Stevenson. I think their running game, Okay, fine. I'll say it. I think the running game is trash. I'm not a big fan of it. I really am not. Now I'm not saying they are trash. I just think their running game is trash. Because that offensive line makes it trash. Because I'm not as big of a fan of them even run blocking either. And yes, forget pass protection. Yeah, it's crazy. However, they do have advantages on skill position players with Butte and Diggs. You all mentioned that. Defensively, yeah, it is pass rush by committee, and sometimes that could work to your advantage. Sometimes it could work to your disadvantage. Obviously, it worked to the huge advantage in the 3 playoff games they played because Herbert, Stroud, and Stidham in order could not move out the pocket all that much, and many times did not have much time to throw. So that pass rush by committee has worked. And I think normally when you have a pass rush by committee, you have to look at that secondary. And I won't say that I'm the biggest fan of the secondary, but I will say that it is one that you cannot overlook. If I saw Jalen Hawkins' name in the divisional round playoff one more time, I probably would have wanted to choke everybody on the Texas sideline. So I give credit to their secondary. They play cohesively. I'm not saying they're the best I've ever seen, but they work well with the defense that they're supposed to help be the last line of defense for. But yeah, you will find them every now and then. One person will step up pass rushing wise, and that pass rush by committee, starting with stopping the run, as you said. And that's also another hallmark of a Belichick-led team. We're going to force you to be one-dimensional. And that one dimension is passing because we believe you can't run against us. That is how they think. Unfortunately, they're meeting up because the team that believes the same thing and actually is more successful at it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, to me, the biggest advantage is Mike Vrabel for the Patriots. The biggest disadvantage, their offensive line. And their offensive line is going to get, to me, their offensive line is going to get the Patriots in trouble.
All right. Going to lead us into our final score predictions. Let's start off with Mr. Cole Johson. I'll have him go first, then I'll go second, and I'll let Dustin go last.
I'm with you, Dustin. I think this is going to be a really good game. I'll say this: if we don't get a lot of Rashid Shaheed action, it's going to be a game that casual fans will hate. And unfortunately for casual fans, those are the games I love the most. I love the football purist type of games. And if we see defensive struggle and battle, which I believe we are going to see, then I'm going to be a happy man tomorrow night. Of course, the key is who is going to put which quarterback on the turf more. To me, I think that is the key. Which defensive front is going to make life Hades for the opposing quarterback? And you mentioned the biggest key to me, the fact that the Patriots offensive line has allowed the defensive fronts, which I'll give the Patriots credit. They faced off against 3 of the top 5 defenses this past year and beat them. So which front is going to be more dominant? The Patriots front with Darnold against Darnold, or the Seahawks front against May? And to me, that Seahawks defense is just too strong. It's just too strong. And they got too many X-factor weapons in Walker and Shaheed. So I have the Seahawks over the Patriots. We're doing a score too?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Seahawks over Patriots, I'd say it's going to be 21-17.
Okay. All right. So I'll take my my shot. So I think this is going to be. I think I echo the both of you. This is going to be a very close. This is going to be a close game, but it's going to be close for the first 3 quarters. I just have this inkling that the Seahawks are going to pull away late in the fourth quarter. It's either going to come from their defense, or more importantly, it's going to come from their special teams. Both special teams they're very good. However, I think the Seahawks have that X factor in Rashid Shaheed. And I think if he takes one back in this game,
oh God, forget about it.
Forget about it. That opening kickoff in the divisional round absolutely sunk the 49ers' chances. And special teams touchdowns usually sink a lot of teams' chances in the big game. Exception of Super Bowl 17, when we had the record 98-yard return for a touchdown. Washington still won that game.
And sorry, Sheriff, Super Bowl 31, when Devin Hudson has to return the opening kickoff for touchdown, you still overcame and won.
Yep. But don't forget, Super Bowl. Let's see, Super Bowl
41.
Yeah, but Super Bowl 31 that was the Desmond Howard show. Had 200 plus yards return yards, including a touchdown. So he won the game MVP. So I think if Shaheed breaks one loose, scores a touchdown, I think that'll put the game away for sure. And I'm going to say Seahawks by 9 by a score of 30-21.
9. Okay.
Okay. All right.
That'll be a 2-score game.
Okay.
So, all right, Dustin.
Basically doing this to raise Dustin's blood pressure.
Because he's going to be there. He's going to see it all.
I'm going to behold the majesty that is Dustin's fandom.
I have to try to contain myself because I'm going to have a house full of people tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Oh man.
I wish I could be there because I would.
Yeah,
that's right. Don't let the smile fool you, folks. This man is nervous.
I am because I just have.
Right. Go ahead, Dustin.
I just have this feeling about this game. The Seahawks defense has been amazing, especially at stopping the run. The offensive line has been great. Turns out Gray Zabel can impact the offensive line to such a positive degree. And also, I think it's coaching, because the Seahawks seemingly can finally evaluate correctly offensive line talent, with the exception of Anthony Bradford. He had a rocky year, but he's turned it around somewhat from where he was. And, but here's the thing. I just have a feeling that this game is going to be a little zany. It's going to go sideways. There's going to be some special teams things that happens. There's going to be Drake May. I think the Seahawks will be able to take away the run, but I feel like Drake May could be a problem because that's an advantage for the Patriots that I forgot to touch on. Sam Darnold's not moving around back there like Drake May is capable of doing.
Right.
So I just think that this game is going to be kind of with the exception, two good defenses meeting up and two potent pass rushes. But I just feel like this game, it's going to kind of be a fluky offensive explosion. Like not an obvious one, but you're going to have somebody return a touchdown, whether it be Travion Henderson for the Patriots or whether it be Rashid Shaheed for the Seahawks. I just feel like some weird things are going to happen in this game. The Patriots will get a touchdown to one of their tight ends. Book it. That's where the Seahawks struggle a little bit. And you mentioned it, Ryan. Ken Tariq Woolen, who has improved his play massively over the season, because in the beginning of the season, he was awful. He was the reason they lost that 49ers game. He got absolutely torched. His head was not in the game. And there were talks that they were going to trade him away. He was a trade candidate at the trade deadline. It did not happen. And lucky for the Seahawks, because I think he finally turned it around. But the Rams game was a bit of a regression. But I think something like that is going to happen. This game is going to be 21-28 Seahawks. I just feel like it's going to be a fluky kind of weird game. There's going to be some weird plays that happen. I just have a feeling about it.
All right. And from our comment section, James says Seahawks 26, Patriots 10.
I hope you're right, sir.
And your cohort from Seahawks Sessions, Dustin, says, Kevin says, the Patriots' pass protection has been non-existent.
Kevin
No
will do
question.
that. He'll come off the top rope. He'll come off the top rope on people, specifically blue cheese. He hates blue cheese dressing. He says it has no reason to exist on this earth.
Well, in this case, yeah, that was a Macho Man Randy Savage elbow.
Yeah.
Beautifully done. Beautifully
Patriots
done.
have no pass protection.
Oh man, there you go. A little Macho Man out of there.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Dig it.
yeah.
The cream always rises to. I'm sorry. My bad.
I've been thinking. I can't. I don't have it this morning.
So,
Oh
fun
my
fact about the WW, whatever. What do you want to call it now? TKO, WWF, WWE. Anyway, last month was the 34th anniversary of the Royal Rumble in Albany, New York, when Ric Flair won the title.
Oh man!
But the greatest moment came after the win, when Gene Okerlund yelled at a stagehand to put that cigarette out. Put that cigarette out during the interview with Ric Flair.
Oh man,
That actually became a part of his shtick after that.
It did.
yeah.
It did. Oh, long live. God bless Gene Okerlund.
Oh, I love Mean Gene.
All right, we're gonna take our commercial break real quick. Tell you about our friends at Fanatics. We have an affiliation with Fanatics. Visit our codes in the Facebook description. It'll be in the YouTube and the podcast description. Super Bowl's just around the corner. After Monday or after Sunday, when the winner is revealed, you'll be able to get their Super Bowl gear, Super Bowl champions gear at Fanatics, which you can use our affiliation code in the description. You won't get a percentage off, but you help the show with every order that you make. Whether it be jerseys, whether it be t-shirts, gear, any type of memorabilia, trading cards, find it at Fanatics for every league imaginable. NFL, Major League Baseball. 2 more days until spring training. 2+ days, 3+ days until spring training, guys. Can't wait for that. NHL's on hiatus, but you can still find gear there. And I guess if you want to find some NBA gear, you can also look at Fanatics.
Your passive distaste for the current NBA game is so you always slip it in there, Ryan.
But you can still get their gear at Fanatics using our affiliate link in the description. Again, you can help the show with every order you make at our affiliation link at Fanatics for the fans, for every fan everywhere.
The
All right,
3-point
gentlemen.
shot must die. I'm sorry. My bad.
Well, and I just like to take that little NBA moment to segue. Go to Fanatics for the gear, everybody, but also tune in to a show that the man who is our guest right now does on Mondays. They're how I keep up with my NBA now. He and the Playmaker, Shooting Lights Out. I watch every Monday I can. You should too.
Thank you, Dustin. Appreciate that.
We also need to do a 10 good minutes of Dustin ranting about Anthony Davis's.
Don't get me started again.
Yes.
Because the last time I went for 30 minutes.
Do that and roll a red carpet to me because I want to see this. I want to see Dustin go in on Unibrow. Please.
I'm gonna have him go ham. He needs to go ham.
Oh, jeez.
So, gentlemen, we've gotten the serious analysis done with a little bit of humor sprinkled in, but let's keep it light for this last segment of the show, or the next to last segment of the show. I know, Cole, you're so disappointed. Super Bowl prop bets we'd like to see. Now, we see the usual prop bets, the color of the Gatorade of the winning team, the coin toss, whether there'll be an octopus. And if you don't know what an octopus is, I'll explain it for those who are slow. It's when a player scores a touchdown and the 2-point conversion. That's the octopus. But
and here I thought all the time, octopus in sports only meant when a Red Wing scored a hat trick.
no, that was when the Red Wings scored in the playoffs.
Oh man, okay.
And they still do it to this day, but they haven't been in the playoffs in 8 seasons.
That's a long time, yeah.
But they're definitely on their way. So is Buffalo Sabres of all teams. My goodness. But let's talk about Super Bowl prop bets that we'd like to see, just for a tinge of humor. These are not official in sports books. Not that we're sponsored or do a whole lot of degenerate gambling anyway. But I want to hear some prop bets that we'd like to see, just with a touchy sense of humor. So, Mr. Cole Johson, let's start with you. Give me a prop bet that you'd like to see.
You could probably hate me for where I'm going to go, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Do it.
Go ahead.
Do it.
I want to see an over and under. A person who actually will have the stones to try to do. I'm trying to think. A Goldberg spear on Bad Bunny the halftime show, and the hat is red.
Oh man, you kind of went where I was gonna go with one, but it's different enough. Yeah, it's different enough. I appreciate that.
They'll be cheered by at least half the country.
Yes,
at least.
Yes. Yeah. It'll be their polarizing cheer and boo. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Dustin? I think I see a pattern here because I have something similar to that. But
all right.
I see a pattern.
All right. Well, I have two. Okay. But one of them is over under on the percentage of the people that will be clutching pearls during the Bad Bunny halftime show, and is a certain
that actually may be a legit bet.
Is a certain Richie from Detroit. I think that's his real name, and his response show. How many will anybody tune into that? Because I know I won't be. But the other bet that I want to do
on my device, just for curiosity's.
Yeah. It's like a car
tractor or anything like that.
It's like a car crash. You got to see what happens because people are pulling out of that thing left and right. But okay, the other thing here that I want to say, and this is directed. I mentioned it at the beginning of the show.
Mm-hmm.
The over under. That head coach, if this is a big if the Seahawks win, the over under on whether Mike Macdonald invokes the line, "We did not care," again. Will he say it? Will he embrace his inner wrestling heel and say it again? Oh, man.
All right. So here's my prop bet. And yes, it's halftime show related. So Bad Bunny has threatened, I don't say threatened, but has promised, it's more of a promise than a threat, to wear a dress at some point during the halftime show.
Promise.
It's more of a promise than a threat. But I want to see, I think that I want to see if he'll go through on that promise, and B, what color dress will he wear?
Oh, okay.
Also, C, what type of dress will he wear? Will he wear something like Belle in Beauty and the Beast, the ball gown? Will she wear the librarian? Will he wear the librarian outfit that Belle from Beauty and the Beast wear? Will he wear something like Jasmine in Aladdin wear?
I couldn't pull off the Jasmine. I would have to go Belle librarian. That would be if I was doing it, Belle librarian for me.
But I still wish that Metallica would have gotten the nod for the halftime show. Honestly, because it's San Francisco-based band. They've been rocking for 40 plus years, 70 plus thousand. They attract 70 plus thousand for every show, and this is going to be 70 plus thousand. Come on,
I get that, and I'm a Metallica fan too. But
I know who runs the show. I know who runs the show.
Right. Yeah. Eatin is out. No, I'm sorry. So yeah, I don't think Metallica was going to be called.
Yeah.
And my nizzle rocking down in PA.
What's something under the turban? One of the chief of the. I'm sorry, my
bad. Oh man, Cole, we gotta talk about, because I will admit right here now, Jay-Z, I loved his early albums and stuff, but I was more on the Nas side of things, in the New York beef, as it was called back in the day, the King of New York. I was on the Nas side. I still have a soft spot for one Nostradamus, the rapper, in my opinion, with the most nicknames in the game. But I was talking about this with one of my coworkers And about the Bad Bunny guarantee to wear a dress, I hope he does. I think that's a good bet, Ryan. But I also go back, Ryan, because you mentioned the Bell ball gown. Go back, and I had to tell my coworker about this too. In the 90s on Headbangers Ball, one Kurt Cobain wore the dress, the yellow ball gown dress from Beauty and the Beast. And he said, Ricky Rackman says, I see your outfit today. And Kurt said, well, I figured it was a ball, so I should wear a gown. So go back and look at pictures of that, because she was talking about, people clutching their pearls over Bad Bunny wearing a dress. I said, I'm going to tell you about somebody that used to wear a dress from time to time. Look this up.
Yeah,
so it was go back and look at that picture, Ryan, because Kurt wore the ball gown that you are referring to, my friend. Oh yeah, that was 10 years old. I was listening to that. I probably shouldn't have been, looking back.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure he said to Courtney, yeah, this is worth a shot.
Probably. Yeah, so give me your dress.
I will say this though, Jay-Z X Linkin Park, one of my favorite EPs ever.
One of mine.
Oh too. Yeah, that mashup is awesome. Yeah.
One of mine. Seriously, one of mine too. Yeah. I wore that out the moment I saw it on TV. I wore it out for the next year. I got the CD and wore it out for the next year. Yeah.
To the comment section, James saying this halftime show nonsense is making me wish I was working tomorrow night. Also says I would actually watch a Metallica halftime show. Bonus points for them being whatever, James. And
of course they're from the area. I know. I'd be surprised if they weren't a Shark fan.
Well, I guess James Hetfield lives full time in Colorado now because he got sick of what was going on in California.
Ryan, I have confirmation from James. He said, "Yeah."
Yeah. Yeah. And he says, then again, I haven't watched a halftime show since the Who did it. I don't remember.
So that is about 3 years ago. Wow. Yeah, that was around the era, like the early 2000s. That was around the era where after Janet Jackson decided to show us her wonderful breast. We got a litany of classic rock headliners.
Yes, yeah, we did.
See. I'm trying to remember.
Aerosmith, Justin, Aerosmith, and then like Britney Spears was with them too.
It was that year.
Yeah, they were trying to throw a bunch of.
I think that was before. That was before the.
Oh, was it before?
No. The one he was listening. I think they performed that particular.
Oh
one.
Man. I loved the halftime show from a couple of years ago, and people were getting all over 50 Cent for this. They were like, he's turned into Dollar Bill or whatever. Hey,
2010.
He was getting older. It happens to some of us. But right. I mean, I love that halftime show because that had that was Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, and then was Mary J. Blige there. Yeah, I like that one. That was a great one.
Right. I mean, 50 Cent then was 49. What do you expect? He was not going to be the same as he was when he came out with his first hit. I'm like,
I know. People, but I did when they're like, he's turned into dollar bill or $1.50. I was like, oh man,
Lord have mercy. But I'm sort of glad that here it is. No Credentials Required. We're talking about Jay-Z versus Nas. I'm with you.
All right.
Nas was the one who won that battle for sure.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, Either is one of the greatest diss tracks of all time, and the fact that he systematically made Jay-Z look like this in 5 minutes, yeah. And Jay-Z's takeover was a nice one too, but he clapped at other people too. He didn't just focus on Nas.
Yeah, he went at everybody, and then I love the the ones that he deemed not even significant enough to get bars. And I can't say how he closed the song, but he closed it. And I did love that beat because it was the door. I love what he did with that. It was awesome.
Oh yeah,
But,
it's the door speak.
So to bring
Yeah.
it back around before we have our last segment, what's your favorite halftime show of the modern era?
Oh man, I
Before we answer, modern era is what?
I'm thinking like from Super Bowl 27 on. So Michael Jackson was the first real big headliner.
Yeah.
Mhm.
In Super Bowl 27. I'm thinking like from 27 on.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead, Dustin.
You know, Ryan, it's tough for me because for me, most halftime shows, as soon as they're over, I kind of forget about them, you know, like, and that's no slight to any artist that performed at a halftime show.
Yeah.
But I remember when Adam Levine, he played a guitar solo and you're like, wow, this guy can actually play. But I am going to go back because at this time I was very young and I didn't care about football at this time. But you hit it, Ryan. Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson was my guy. Before the summer of, I'd say, about 1994, I had posters of Michael up everywhere. I tried very poorly to dress up like a Smooth Criminal version of Michael Jackson for Halloween. I played the game on Sega and at the arcade at Charles Entertainment Cheese. Moonwalker, okay? I was in on everything Michael Jackson, all right? But so I got to give the nod to him because what a performer. Controversy aside, what a performer. He is the classic. There are certain artists where if their conduct impacts whether you listen to their music or not, right? There are certain artists that I will not listen to again based on what they've done. But Michael Jackson is not one of those artists. His music stands the test of time, and what a performer he was. So I give the nod to that one. If you were starting the modern era with that performance, I give the nod right out of the chute. That's my pick.
Mr. Cole Johnson.
I'm sorry. You gave me a wonderful segue into this. And an artist that I will never listen to again because of his conduct away from the studio. I don't give two craps about if my black card gets pulled. Robert Kelly, I'm not going to listen to another.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to listen to another note you sing.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, your music, just like you are, Kelly, is now trapped in the closet.
Oh, steal that one.
All I think of when I think of Trapped in the Closet is that South Park episode. That's
well, that episode.
Oh God, he's got a gun.
and it's not far off either. That was the best part. But
Tom Cruise is trapped in the closet. Go, Dad.
I love that. I went back. When was it? I think it was sometime this past summer, and I actually rewatched that halftime performance by Michael Jackson, and I loved it. To me, it's probably the greatest moment of a performer where that dude just stood on stage when he popped out, and that crowd roared for 3 minutes solid. Mm-hmm. Did not sing a note, did not move,
nope,
didn't do anything except take off sunglasses.
Yeah.
3 minutes of just, to me, best moment in Super Bowl halftime history. And it will never be topped. But performance, I'll actually go Prince.
No. All right.
The reason why, dude actually got a chance to play Purple Rain in the rain. And of course, I got a chance to see Prince 3 times in concert. Loved every single time I saw him. One of the greatest performers too I've ever seen, and definitely the greatest musician that I've ever known. At least the greatest known musician I've ever known. But he just looked so perfect, especially when he played Purple Rain, and you see drops of rain just fall on him, and he's just going to town shredding that guitar. I'm like, oh man,
yeah,
go ahead, brother. Yeah. That to me, that's my favorite halftime show performance of the modern era.
Yeah, there's been quite a few memorable moments in Super Bowl halftime history. We have, obviously the wardrobe malfunction. Heard Around the World.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga jumping from NRG Stadium after her performance.
Mm-hmm.
We had, let's see, what else we have? Katy Perry and the Sharks, Left Shark, going crazy. But
I love that new artist, Missy Elliott. Oh my God.
But for me, my favorite Super Bowl halftime performance was Bruno Mars.
Okay.
Bruno Mars in New York.
Huge fan of that performance too. Yes.
Yeah. It was probably, it's one of my favorite performances. I mean, outside of Michael Jackson. I mean, Michael Jackson's, guy gets the top. All right. That guy gets the top of the pedestal when it comes to all-time halftime performances for the Super Bowl. Bruno Mars for me was just musically, was just incredible. Great performance.
Here's the unfortunate part about that performance. And yes, I'm with you. I loved how he did it. It unfortunately got overshadowed because the year before Beyonce literally took the power out of Superdome.
Yep.
But
and the conspiracy theories around that are just magical.
Yes.
I love it.
But along those lines, yes, that actually made me become a huge Bruno Mars fan when I saw that. I was like, oh, this dude can perform so many different ways. Oh, okay. So he can play piano, he can play the guitar. He actually can eschew any instrument, and he can actually just go to town like James Brown on the stage. Oh yeah, I gotta follow this guy. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
that's the thing you gotta say about Prince. I personally am not the biggest fan of Prince's music. His voice doesn't do it for me at times. And some of they got, but his band and specifically Prince as a musician, Prince is probably one of the greatest musicians that there ever was, is, or to steal a line from Bret Hart, will ever be, because he can play anything. Prince, unbelievable as a musician. Unbelievable.
Also, that cat could ball.
Oh, yeah. After it was all over, he took us into the house, made us pancakes.
People laugh, but at 5'2", the dude actually did have game.
Yeah.
Because I think
like some grapes.
I think I saw a clip. I think I saw like a newspaper clipping of when he was like in high school in Minneapolis. Like, he actually played.
Yeah,
and he played well. I was like, wow, okay. So them Charlie Murphy jokes, they're not just jokes. Oh,
yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Hey man, it's the shirt versus the blouses.
But yes, on one of his early albums, I think I can't remember which one, if it was like his self-titled album or for you was for a self-titled album or Controversy. I can't remember which one, but it said one of them he played 27 instruments.
Yeah.
And I think he played them all for that album.
Yes. He someone else that can do that, but not to the degree that Prince can. On that first Foo Fighters record, Dave Grohl played every instrument, but Prince is another level when it comes to that. Go look at, there's a performance of While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and there's a bunch of guitar gods out there, and Prince smokes them all of them.
My favorite live guitar solo of all time is that one. 3 minutes of Nirvana, not to borrow the band name. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
But that was 3 minutes of Nirvana. I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude is just making it look easy to do a lead guitar solo. Wow.
Yeah.
And then he just threw the guitar in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right, we're going to transition to our last segment of the day, or this program, or the show. Super Bowl snacks. What you eating? What you eating on Super Bowl Sunday?
What you eating?
Man.
Cole, we're gonna have you start. I'm gonna have Cole start because obviously I'm gonna be at Dustin's house. We're gonna be chopping it up and shooting it up at the Super Bowl for his party. But I'll have Cole start. We'll see what he's gonna be snacking on during this game.
I'm probably gonna be. I'm debating. It's between some fried chicken wings.
Ooh.
It's between that and some chicken Alfredo pasta.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It's between one of those two. I'm leaning toward the other because I think I might have the wings today. But yeah, it's gonna be one of those two. It's gonna be either fried chicken wings or um, chicken Alfredo with a little bit of salad. I'm not sure yet, but it's gonna be one of those two for sure.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
nice.
Dustin, what's gonna be the menu at your house?
And I'm
Oh
interested to hear
man!
next.
All right, so we got a lot of stuff coming. We're gonna have too much food, but I'd rather have too much than not enough.
Mhm.
But to me,
Go ahead, brother.
Ryan, and you've known because you've been going for a few years now. My Super Bowl staples: you got to have Doritos, you got to have the two classic kinds, in my opinion: nacho cheese, Cool Ranch. They both got to be there. They will both be there. I have four different types of M&Ms. I'm looking at you, Aunt Barb. And also, my brother-in-law, he requested one of the types. I got peanut butter, I got peanut, I got regular, I got almond because my sister requested it. You gotta honor some of these requests here. But for the main courses, my theme this year, gentlemen, was stadium food. So we're doing chili dogs or hot dogs if you don't want to
Wow.
put the chili on them. I'm gonna make the chili today. I'm also doing sausage and peppers. Get it going. That's a repeat. Sorry, Ryan, for the football gathering that I had last time, but it'll be there. And then we got people.
It's food.
Ryan's bringing his famous desserts, the boozy blondes. I
Yep,
know he's
Boozy
bringing that.
Blondies. Yep.
Katie and
Boozy
Scott
Blonde.
bringing Stromboli, so I appreciate
Hey.
that. Katie and Derek, yes, there's two Katies. Katie and Derek bringing 7-layer dip and a dish to be determined. Nick will probably make cookies. My sister was debating. She was thinking mac and cheese, but she didn't think it matched the stadium theme. I said, that's fine. Bring mac and cheese. There's probably a stadium out there that has it.
Probably several
but
stadiums that
that,
serve it.
yeah,
right?
Several that has it.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Several probably has it.
Yeah. So that's the preliminary menu. And Aunt Barb, the aforementioned Aunt Barb. If you're watching, Uncle Al and Aunt Barb, shout out to you. They're bringing two different types of popcorn, I think. So there'll be popcorn there as well.
Probably popcorn. All right.
Mm.
And I have nothing to add because Dustin, I'm
love
gonna be at
that.
Dustin's place. So.
Oh my gosh, you gonna be eating that food for the rest of the month. Goodness gracious, man.
It's a short month though. So
yeah.
February's only 28 days.
Yeah. I keep telling myself I got to get back in shape, and I keep bumping it. I'm like, well, after the Super Bowl, I could really start going.
Round is the shape.
Oh my!
It is. But Ryan,
Charles Barkley.
confession time for the teacher grades episode. I tried to button the top button on the dress shirt. I couldn't get it around. So when I tied the tie, if you go back and watch the episode, you'll notice I like pushed the knot up extra, then tried to like adjust it because I'm like, I can't button this top button. It's getting real in here.
Oh man.
Oh man, I know the pain. I know the pain.
So have I. But we're gonna get ourselves out of here for this edition of Credentials Required. But first, I want to let Mr. Cole Johnston tell the people where you can find him.
Well, thank you. Thank you again, Dustin. Thank you again, Ryan, for doing this once again. I enjoyed it as I always do, and I enjoyed it just as much. Currently, you can catch me every Monday live between 3:30 and 4 p.m. Mondays, shooting lights out. I team with my partner, Playmaker, on talking all things NBA and NCAA and WNBA and get the CBA done now. and women's college basketball. Since the college football season's over, I can't point you to Bearing Down the Grind, which I would do every Wednesday, but we're now on vacation there. We are under construction, but soon to return. Fridays, Mondays, we will have Mentality, and I do this show with my brother, my best friend, Wise Lefe, where we get to talk everything, culture events, sometimes sports with not much, entertainment, and definitely politics. If you want to know a real visceral take on all things politics, no matter if it is conservative or liberal, we are the show, and we will give it to you raw and uncut. And I'm now building other shows. Of course, the morning shift with Cole Johson. Thank you, BS3. That will return sometime very soon as well. That will be every weekday. I want to say I'm wanting to plan this to start next month, but yeah, it'll be every Monday. It would come on every Monday at 8 a.m. So it'll be like 1 hour for now. It might extend to 2. Who knows? But definitely that is going to be on its return. And I have other things in the works too that I won't say now, but that is what I do. And I'm also undergoing a brand change. The previous company that I used to go under would be Comey Media. Now it is called Silent Storm Studios, and that is what that's what I do. I do intro, outro work. I do segment work. I do graphic arts for graphic design for anybody that you want. This is what I do. Silent Storm Studios, where we do things loudly. So the new branding, that's what you see behind me, and we're going forward with that. So if you have any needs of any type of video, or even sometimes audio too, but video or graphics, come to me and I'll take care of you.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks for joining us on our annual Super Bowl preview show, Cole. We do appreciate you. I'll have you back sometime during the spring and summer if you're available, of course.
Yeah, for
We'd
sure.
love to have you back on, of course.
Definitely.
All right. But in the meantime, we're going to get out of here too. Enjoy the rest of our frigid day up here in upstate New York. But don't forget to follow us on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. Just search No Credentials Required or at NoCreds REQD. You can also find our other podcasts and written content at bellyupsports.com. On the podcast side, subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Amazon Music, iHeart, TuneIn, Pandora, and Podbean. Freshly brewed podcasts. And also hit that notification bell on Twitter and on YouTube so you're properly notified about anything that goes on with No Credentials Required. The live show, the show goes live, whether there's clips that go up. I'm working on a video on the 30th anniversary of the Wayne Gretzky trade to St. Louis.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
all right.
so gonna break down that trade. It's not great. But it'll be featured. I'm gonna try to get it up on the day of the trade, which was February 27th. So
Not the landmark. It wasn't like the landmark trade when he went from the Oilers to the Kings. Is that what you're saying?
No, that was August. No, that was New Orleans to the Kings. Oh my god.
That's where Pocklington is a curse word in Edmonton.
Yes, Peter Pocklington is a curse word.
It is.
Yeah. But that'll be. I'm gonna working on it right now, doing the research, doing the script,
Nice.
doing the audio. But I'm gonna hope to have that up on February 27th, so that's when it'll be uploaded. But we will be back on Monday live, 11 a.m. Eastern, on Facebook, Twitch, and on YouTube, and on our Twitter channel. The uploaded podcast and video on the Belly Up Sports YouTube channel. But until then, thank you for joining us on No Credentials Required, where you don't need a press pass to talk sports. We are proudly presented by Belly Up Sports. For Cole Johson, for Dustin Henry, I'm Ryan McCarthy. If you're in an area that's cold, stay warm. Thank you, Cole. If you're in an area that's cold, stay warm, but otherwise enjoy tomorrow's game. And we'll talk to you Monday morning. Hope you join us then. Get in the comments section, talk about the game, and have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. See you Monday morning.
Before I sign off, I just have to say this. This is the first piece of Seahawks gear that I ever got. Shout out to my grandma.
Oh.
Shout out to you, Grandma, dearly departed. You got me this shirt in 1998 or 99, and I'll never forget you asking me if the Seahawks were a real NFL team. And
Man,
they are. And thank you for getting me this shirt. This is back when the Seahawks had a deal with Puma for some of their NFL gear. So shout out to you, Grandma, and good morning, everybody.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.